So I don't know about you guys, but I am a big fan of a good everyday rugged tool watch, and there's been some really good ones come out over the past couple of years from micro brands. The watch I have in today is right up there with some of the best in its price range. The watch is the Resolute from RZE Watches. I'm a little late to the game when it comes to this brand. They've been out for a while now, but glad to finally get hands on with one. So let's switch things up and take a look at the watch. So the watch was lent into the channel by RZE, so thanks to them for that. It actually came to me from one of the OG watch Instagrammers, Ian, who had it ahead of me. He lives nearby, so we met, had a great chat. He's an awesome guy, and his feed is super fun. If you're on Instagram, check him out at Ian Cognito. But to the watch, and what a cool design. It's got a very modern, bordering on aggressive design, but at the same time, not too over the top. The watch and bracelet are using a surface treatment that's called Ultra Hex anti-scratch technology, which gives the watch up to 8 times the hardness of stainless steel. So the first thing I noticed, other than the case design with the watch, was the quite longish hour markers. It's a cool look in between those and the hands that are just that right length too. It's very easy to find the time, and that's something I really want in a watch like this. One other thing is the markers and hands are brushed, so they tend to catch the light, making them stand out from the dial, where sometimes polished ones can disappear into a black dial like this. It's a small detail, but they went the extra mile with the date. They could have easily had no dates around, or maybe more of a simple one, but it totally goes with the angular design of the rest of the watch. So overall, a clean dial design and fairly minimal print work. The lume is solid too. It's using mostly C3 Superluminova, but there's also some BGW9 on the outer markers. The only kicker with that two-tone lume is BGW9 just isn't as bright as the C3, but even so, not too much to complain about when it comes to the lume. The case is completely bead blasted titanium. I'd be interested to see how the anti-scratch coating holds up over time. If anybody owns one, I'd love to hear how it's been. The crown is protected by crown guards, and the way they're machined, there's still lots of crown to get a hold of. Just unscrew it here, and the winding action is quite smooth. They've added a little bump out to the other side of the case, and it's not quite as pronounced as the crown guards, but it balances out the look of the case. So the watch actually comes out on this canvas leather backed strap. The bracelet is sold separately, but if you bundle it with the watch when you order, you'll save about $25 on the bracelet, which is $109 on its own. I haven't tried this particular strap yet. I will say straight out of the box, it is a little on the stiff side, so there will be a break-in period. The bracelet for me, though, would be the way to go. It's a nice looking bracelet. It goes great with the watch with those H links. They are screwed links. The clasp is pretty well built clasp with 4 micro adjusts. The bracelet does have a little bit of flex to it, and I find that tends to be the case with titanium. One little nitpick is the end link fit. It isn't totally flush with the lugs, but that could very well be a design choice because it actually doesn't look bad on the watch. When it comes to the case dimensions, I want to give you 2 measurements for the case width. At the widest point from the crown guards to the little bump out on the opposite side is 40.5 millimeters. From here to here, I'm getting 39.2 millimeters. They list the case width at 40.5 millimeters on the site, and I'd say it wears slightly smaller than that. The lug to lug is 46.4 millimeters. The lugs are drilled there too. Lug opening is 20 millimeters and the thickness is 11.6 millimeters. The crystal is sapphire with an anti-reflective coating. Water resist is 100 meters and the watch runs on the NH35. So it's got a solid spec sheet overall. Not the most exciting movement running the watch, but it does the job. So as a whole, I'm impressed with the watch, especially the design. I've only had the watch a couple of weeks, but it feels like it'll stand up well over time. Overall, I'm liking the watch a whole lot. It's a simple three-hander, but it's cool when brands can come up with something original, but still really wearable and not too out there. Cost-wise, these are $399 US dollars on strap. If you bundle it on the bracelet, it's a little over 480, and I think in this price range, this is a really good option for anybody considering a watch like this. Thanks again to RZE for lending it in, and Ian for helping get it to me. Appreciate you stopping by, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.